So we had the amazing dynamic duo Coffee Brown, comprised of V and Fonz. They entered the stage and took the charts, dance floors, and house parties by storm. Their debut single, Afterparty, released in 2001, became an instant smash, paving the way for their critically acclaimed album, Mars Venus, offering a unique perspective on male and female relationships.
Interesting.
So, Coffee Brown's name itself speaks volumes about their approach, unique in a sea of unoriginal ideas that lack creativity. V and Fonz created a magical moment for music fans globally, combining astonishing melodic composure, a unique lyrical style, and undeniable musical grace. So, as the duo rose a wave of success with music videos, world tours, and red carpet appearances, their journey took an unexpected turn. Fonz decided to leave the industry, marking the end of the era. However, V, the female counterpart, continued to make waves in the R&B scene, collaborating with heavyweights like Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans. So let's give a warm We Talk Weekly welcome for the amazing Coffee Brown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. How are you? How are
Woo!
you?
Hello,
What's
hello,
up, y'all?
hello, guys. How are you?
Hey,
There
What's
you
up, y'all? How
go.
y'all doing?
There we go.
awesome,
Yes. How are you?
awesome.
Good. How are
Pretty
you?
good. How you
Fantastic.
doing?
All I see, AV. All I see is teeth. All I see is your bright whites.
See me? I'm
There we go.
There's a yeah.
listen. I'm
Much better.
It's
traveling.
Yes.
I
nighttime. It's
apologize.
There we
nighttime.
go. There
I
we go. We see you
apologize. I'm
now.
traveling. How about that? Is that better?
Yes,
We
we
need
There
the
you
need
light.
go.
we need
Yes.
to see
Yep.
that beautiful face.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm
So
here. How are
We
you
needed
guys
that.
doing?
we're doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks so much for asking. And thank you for having us on. We really
Awesome,
Yes,
appreciate it.
awesome.
absolutely.
Thank you so much. With everything that's going on today in the environment, the political landscape, and all that, mentally, how are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. Listen, we all have to like just take it in
Yes.
and make our decisions on whatever it is, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Persevere, push
Absolutely.
through. We doing good. We doing all right.
Absolutely.
I'm so
Absolutely.
glad to hear that. I'm so glad to hear that. We like to ask, our guests that because there's so much going on now, and when you talk to people, it's like you're like, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "How you doing?" And it's like you never really paying attention to how they're really doing because some people are actually
It's true.
going through. I'm glad to hear that you guys are doing well. So
Yes,
let's
thank
Yes.
God. We're
Thank you.
doing
Thank
well.
you.
Thanks for asking.
absolutely.
How are
So
you
And
let's
how
doing?
are
How
you
are you
guys
doing?
doing? How are you
I'm
Right.
guys
all
doing?
over the place. I'm struggling. I every this time of year is rough for me with my sinuses. I always get the
Oh,
sinus infection and all that, but other than that, I'm doing great.
at least you look
You and me
good.
both, girl. I've been sneezing and sneezing and sneezing and
Uh
sneezing.
huh.
But other
Oh
than
my
that, we're
gosh,
doing great.
that's good. That's good. So let's get right into Coffee Brown. So how did you guys first? How did you guys meet?
So we so let me say this. We London came out to ask us to perform, and so a mutual friend of ours, Freeze, he said, "Hey, V, I have somebody," because I didn't have anybody. Because as you know, you
Hmm.
guys know, Palante decided that he no longer wanted to do this, and so I was looking someone to replace him, and so Freeze said, "I think I have somebody that I think will work perfectly with you." And so
Hmm.
me and Ryan talked on the phone. Never met each other, but we talked on the phone. And we were going to go to London, but again, COVID came, and so that shut that down. So moving forward, yeah, yeah. And so then moving forward, Germany called, and when Germany called, I reached back out to Ryan and said, "Hey, are you still interested in Coffee Brown?" He said, "Absolutely." So we got together, and again, we had never ever seen each other until we began to rehearse the for the show in
Show in
Germany,
Germany.
and that's when
Hmm.
we first met, like face to face. We talked over the phone, but we never met face to face until then. And so we went to Germany. Excellent show, excellent. Everything was great. So that's how we met.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. Did you, I mean, were you nervous about, how everything was going to play out since, you didn't officially meet in person for a while?
Absolutely, absolutely, I was, because
Yeah.
in the music industry, um, people people that are artists, they have their own, um, what's the word I'm looking for? They have their own agenda on what they want, how they want to perform, how they want to come across, everything. Especially if you're a solo artist, which Ryan,
Hmm.
after he was in a group, he was a solo artist. But the thing for me was, it was a blessing that because he was once in a group, he knew how to blend. He knew how to, us to take and have our thoughts with one another, and so that was a great thing because
Yeah.
he knew. Because again, that it's hard when you are a solo artist, right? Or you have your own agenda on what you want, right? But because he was in a group before, he knew how to fold right in.
Awesome.
And
Awesome.
also, just to add on top of that, we instantly just bonded when we met. It was one of
Wow.
those things where like we spoke on the phone once or twice, but it was like after we got in the same room with each other, it just really all just came together. So, from there, we would just blend in, rehearsing and getting our things in order. And I really feel like after Germany, it was like, all right, like we got this. You know what I'm saying? So we came back from Germany. We had a few more gigs in New York and New Jersey, and it's been really dope. It's been a lot of fun. So
Absolutely.
I'm happy to have been embraced so wonderfully.
No doubt, no doubt. So I'm
I
curious,
need to
right?
get my girls some glasses.
Shout out, everybody, shout y'all out. You got people, hi, how you doing? Love me some coffee brown. They shout
Yes.
you
What's
out.
up, y'all?
You know,
Hey!
they say Kimberly Christian.
Hi,
Hey,
guys!
shout out to Kimberly. Kimberly, like our extended kind of co-host out there. She be checking out We Talk Weekly, so we appreciate her. But
Hey,
I'm
Kimberly.
interested. Ryan, did you feel like you had big shoes to fill? Was it some anxiety? Did you feel a little apprehension? How did it feel when they reached out to you and said like, yo, we giving you the red carpet, you gonna walk or not? How did that feel?
Yeah. It wasn't any apprehension at all because like all of us black folks, we all love that after party video. And I felt like I was in that video. I was already a part of that to begin with. But no, I do know it was some big shoes to fill because Palante can sing his ass off and V as well. But then also it was also like a crunch time too, where I think it was like mid-September. We left for Germany in like October. So I had to learn these songs within like two
Absolutely.
weeks. So it was a lot of work, but once again,
Yes.
I've been in groups before and I've had to like pick up a song in a day or so. So I just felt like all the things I've been doing over these years helped me in this process. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Even I've been in a male group before, but even being with a female this go
right.
around, I know the respect and the love I do have for black females as well. So
I love that. Yeah.
it, I didn't feel any way at all. V definitely made sure like I felt comfortable, but I was also doing the things I had to as far as like, keeping up with the songs and doing my thing. So I wasn't nervous,
Right.
but it was a lot of work for sure.
No, for sure, for sure. And I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
real quick, Coffee, she's like, I can't wait to see y'all on stage. I can't wait to see y'all on stage. Shout out to Kimberly. We love her. So what this is for V. So V, did you were you did you feel nervous? Like, will this work? Will we click? Like, cause you said literally you didn't know, but someone had that and was like, "Yo, this will be the perfect fit." What was actually going through your mind at that point?
Okay, so I'm gonna be completely transparent right now.
Okay, hold on. Let me give you a round of applause real quick. Here we go. We
Yeah.
talk weekly.
So I was praying. I was praying like, God, please let this work out. Please let this guy be a perfect blend. First of course, we always worry about the voices blending together. But then I also wanted the personality, the spirit, everything to like blend together so it wouldn't be any issues. And that's exactly what happened. We got together and it was almost, and I'm not playing, it was almost as if we've known each other for years.
Wow.
So God answered my prayers because I prayed,
Hmm.
first of all, I prayed to come back out because I was ready to sing again. I was ready to entertain again. I missed it so, 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 so much. And he came right in and it was like, it was like a hug. Yeah.
Fantastic, Ryan. What's your thoughts,
Hug
Ryan?
me again, friend. Hug me one more time, friend. Hug me one more time. Give me another one. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me step out real quick.
We gonna hug again. Hug me one more time, V. Hug me one more time. Yeah,
There you
yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah. There we go.
Eleanor said, "Hey kids, how y'all doing?
What's
These
up,
two
Al?
are so talented. Miss you, Ryan." And so, it's how does it feel to have fans that love you guys so much and that's willing to support you and just whatever you do, they got you. They got your back. How does that feel?
So this is the thing for the fans that have been there since day one. It is like it is it is such I can't even tell you in words. It's like so I appreciate it so much, right? Because this has been 24 years, almost 24 years. It has been 24 years. I appreciate it so much. Um, I didn't even know that people were still listening to the song. Brian said to me one day, "V, do you not understand that your after party is like huge on TikTok?" And I was like, "What?" Because I wasn't on TikTok. And so he said, "Yes, you need to go on TikTok and see." And it was thousands and thousands of videos on TikTok. And I was just, I was so like, I was so humbled and I was so emotional and all of that. And, because I thought that, as an artist, when you're having nobody hasn't heard from you in a while, you feel like, no, nobody's listening to our stuff. No, blah, blah, blah. But that's not what it was. People have been riding with us for all of these years, and I'm so
Yeah.
grateful.
Wow. So, what do you think is missing? Now that was there when you guys started making music back in 2001. Um, how has music changed?
Well, I feel like music will change in reference to how you feel, what it makes you feel like, right? Because music is supposed to heal you, to give you a message. Like it's supposed to take you on a journey. Whatever you're going through in life, that's what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
Uh, it's supposed to something's supposed to ring in your ear when you turn on the radio to say, "Hey, you gonna be okay," or "Hey, um, leave that Negro," or "Hey,
Yes.
girl, you the bomb, you the flyest," whatever it is. It's supposed to give you that, and I just feel like with that, missing a lot in quote unquote R&B music.
Interesting, interesting. So you V, you're like black royalty. You're black excellence, right? And it's something to say. No, truly, Ryan, like, the brand in itself, right? What you
Yeah,
guys, have built is it speaks for itself, right? And so as we go into 2025 and so on and so forth, and all of our you know legacy dynamic people are passing away, they're no longer here with us, right? And so
yeah.
how does that make you feel in terms of leaving that legacy music, and you guys still, I mean, you guys are still here, right? And so how does that feel in now taking a space where we have a new generation coming, and that music is a little different,
Yeah.
the sound is different. Not saying that there's anything wrong with the sound, right? We innovate, things change, right? But when we talk about classics, the soulful music, I believe it was Tyrese and saying something about R&B is dead, something like that. What in all of that in context, what's your thoughts on where R&B is and the soulful music and all of that? Where are we now?
That's very interesting because we get asked this question a lot as far as like where is R&B and the state of R&B. Just to add on what you were saying as far as the brand of Coffee Brown. Coffee Brown is one of those things that it hasn't been done before. You know,
Yeah,
KG came up with the idea to do like a male female perspective, but I mean, of course, we've had like Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell and duets happen, but like as far as like a blueprint of a male and perspective female, it hasn't been done before. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like in ways, a bunch of people are just tired of hearing one half of the story. You know what I'm saying? Like it isn't always what the guy's opinion is or what the actual female's opinion is. I really feel like as far as R&B, people has lost love of the music and what they hear, as we spoke about before. I feel like everything is just so watered down. Like it's
yeah,
about making a TikTok and it's about, like twerking and shaking ass and doing all of that, which is
yeah,
fine if that's what you are into, you know what I'm saying? But like as far as like music, like it's not dead. It's been here this whole time. I just feel like a bunch of us are just brainwashed at this point. You know what I'm saying? We've been so we've been so programmed to only hear one part of the song. People ain't doing bridges no more. R&B songs are
yeah.
about the bridge.
That's right.
Like that's the best part of the record. So I just honestly feel like it's not dead. Especially what Puffy Brown has started 24 years ago and what's happening right now. We are definitely bringing back that male perspective, that female male perspective, and also like just great R&B songs and love songs, like with storylines and real concepts. You know what I'm saying? So R&B is not dead. It's actually back. You know what I'm saying?
Fantastic. V, you wanted to jump on that? I see you shaking. She
Absolutely,
she like,
absolutely.
yes, keep talking. No.
Yeah. So,
I
so,
can't even see
so,
her while I'm talking.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you can't see me. I'm sorry. But listen, I feel this is what I also feel like. Outside of Coffee Brown, because Coffee Brown is definitely bringing back R&B music. But there are also genius minds that's also bringing back um, R&B music. If you October London, that man sings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like that is strictly R&B music. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And so it's coming back. It's just it's just a fight to get back, right? Because we're so used to trap music, we're so used to the quote unquote R&B music, but it's somebody rapping over the R&B music. Or you talk about, I'm not gonna say those words, but anyway, um, yeah, it's coming back, and I know that it's gonna come back. I have no doubt about that because there are a lot of artists out there outside of Coffee Brown that wants the R&B essence to come back. And we again, I agree with you when you talk about the people before us um, that gave us messages on how
Right.
to hold on to life, how to work through our problems. talked about love, talked about relationship, talked about families. That's what we need. And I feel like it's making its way back. It's slowly, but
Yeah.
it's gonna come back. Because again, everything regurgitates.
Yeah.
It's gonna come back. What we're listening to now, it's here right now, but people are dying for R&B real messages in the music.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
That's right.
singing, and some real singing, real
It's
vocals.
real.
Yes.
I
No
want.
auto
I
tune.
know, right? I want to pull this up. Kimberly says, "Classic transcends time, no matter what era, and some music will go on forever. This new stuff
Absolutely.
is literally for a moment." She goes on to say, "So we appreciate artists who have longevity, especially with R&B. It's not dead, but there are some who still carry the love, and I'm grateful for those artists. It is needed, especially love." And she said, "Yes,
Yeah.
Ryan, you took the words right out my mouth." And V, she said, "Yeah, yeah, October London is definitely dope." And so,
Dope.
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
no doubt, no doubt. So, I do want to give homage to Kindred the Family Soul, right? We talking about our a soul group who are husband and wife who has been doing the work and putting work in, and I think that when we consider where music is going, right? Do you believe, and I'm asking you to, do you believe there's a necessary? It's an obligation of you guys who have been in the industry for a long time. Do you think it's an obligation of y'all to reach back out to the new generation and say, "Hey, this is where you may want to go or live in a pocket"? Do you believe that is space for that particular thing, or do you believe that there's something that needs to happen where it needs to be more conversation when it comes to an older generation versus a newer generation? What's your thoughts?
So my thought on
Um,
that is this. My thought on that is this. Back in the day, they used to have music conferences. I don't know if you guys remember that. Like, it used to be music conferences where you can come, whoever, whatever artist was hot at that point, you would come, you would have conversations with those artists, and you would talk about um, development. You would talk about what you're talking about, what message you wanted to bring to your fans, right? I think today, I think that everything comes with growth. Um, we can go and say to, I'm not going to throw out any names. We can say whatever we want to say to the hottest artist right now, right? But because they have not lived what we live, they may not understand it. So they have to stay in the lane that they're in right now until they live, and then they can. And what you all know, and your audience knows, life experiences allows you to write differently, decade after decade after decade. So that's what I feel. I feel like um, I'm not knocking anyone. If you speak your truth now, speak whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever you're going through, whatever you're experiencing, speak it now. And I think that growth, life experiences will allow you and continue to grow and speak about different things if the industry allows you to stay in it that long to do so.
Ryan, you heard me? I said, "What's your thoughts, my brother? What's your thoughts, Ryan, on that?"
oh, it was going in and out.
That was
As far as the new generation and getting them schooled on the R&B, there's a lot of kids out there who definitely know some good old school music. I hear some kids be like, "Oh, I know Luther Vandross," so like I know who like um princes or what have you. I really feel like a bunch of them are getting the information from
right.
TikTok, but TikTok is not telling them like what they need to learn. You got to do your homework. Um I grew up on Atlantic Star and all of these people, and
Okay.
it was before my time, but I know what good music sound like, you know.
Yeah.
So I just really feel like it depends on the kid, it depends on the parents, you know. These parents are also very young, so
Yeah,
if
that's
you in
true.
the house playing Sexy Red, that kid gonna want to hear Sexy Red, you know. But but I know for me growing up, moms was playing Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin, where like I got that homework and it just made me like dive into, you know, even in the booklet, reading the backgrounds, who produced it, who was the engineer. You gotta do your homework, I feel like, in order to have that longevity in the music industry. It's happening right now, but I just
Yeah,
really feel like you know, we just need more of the positivity.
that's right.
So this is what these kids are feeding off of versus the, you know, which ain't nothing wrong with the TikTok. Cause I be TikToking too. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, like, you know, we got some work. I just feel like once again bringing back love, love, love. Any
Yeah,
song that you hear, to me, it could be a rap song. You still feel the love in that song. You know, you
yeah.
still feel the passion from what this person is writing and talking about. So it's about bringing back love. I feel like, you know.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
So V, they coming in. They said, I'm just so happy and blessed to see y'all journey. Y'all know I love y'all. She goes on to say, will always be your number one friend. And I had to listen to this. I had to read this twice. I ain't heard this one, so I gotta amplify this one. Friend slash fan is number one friend. All right, y'all
Man,
got that?
I love
She's
that.
your number one fan. All right,
I
so
love
V,
that.
you know, I gotta ask you though. She froze. You still there? She go. I see that smile right there. So V, I gotta ask you, knowing
I'm
what
here. I'm
you,
here. I'm here.
I got you. I got you. Knowing what you know now, if you knew then, what would you change, or what would you have done differently?
Oh, what I would have done differently is kept moving. I would have not
Mm,
stopped.
Mm.
I
Mm.
would have not stopped. It didn't matter whether or not Falante wanted to do it or not. I would have never ever stopped. I would have kept
Wow.
moving. That's what I would have
Mm.
done.
mm.
That's a great
What's the
question.
leg?
I love that.
What's the legacy you would like to leave?
So my legacy, I would like to leave because I first love. I grew up on music. My mother was a singer. My mother's uncles was a singer. My family has been singing and playing music for forever. And so my legacy I would like to leave is I'm an entertainer, I'm a storyteller, and I want to entertain until I can't no more. I
Mm,
want to be able to when they lay me down, I want them to be able to say that woman was first a beautiful soul. That's number one. Number two is just an entertainer, funny, love to laugh, love to have a great time, and love to entertain the people.
fantastic. What about you, Ryan? What's the legacy you want to leave, my brother?
Oh man, B was saying some really good
I
stuff. I'm
know,
like,
right?
yeah, man, yeah, yeah,
Hold on, real quick. Let me give her a round of applause. There we go.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah, definitely a legacy that I want to leave behind, honestly. Just as V mentioned, like my spirit, but I want people to also just feel me, you know, like
Yeah, yeah.
when you see my picture, you can see like, yo, he's a cool, fun, fly dude. You know, if you hear my songs, like you really feel what I'm talking about and what I'm like trying to express, you know. I always think about it, if I was a blind person and I couldn't see anything, I want to still be able to feel you the same way if I could visibly see you. You know what I'm saying? So I just like, for me, it's just always been impact, impact, impact. You know, I'm also a teacher as well. You know, I love to inspire and give and to just have people feel me. I
Yeah.
feel like I wear my heart on my sleeve. I try to be as raw and authentic as possible. And I just want people to feel that. I just want people to just feel exactly what I'm giving them. You know what I'm saying?
No
So I
doubt.
feel like that would be my legacy.
I,
If it's music, if it's teaching, if it's anything, I just want people to just
I feel
I'm
you, bro.
fighting
I
for my
feel you,
life.
brother. I feel you, brother.
Yes.
I feel you.
But you feel what
Vic,
I'm saying? Like,
I feel you. I got you. I got you. Ving.
yeah.
So listen. So who inspires you? You know what who that that you can you listen to or that you turn on the TV and you like I gotta open up my book and start penning. Who inspires you like that?
So the first person that inspired me, that is my mother. And
Mm.
after that, I love, I have to go, I love Jasmine Sullivan. I love,
Shout out to
Mm.
Jasmine. Shout out Philly.
yeah,
Yep, no doubt.
I love, she's a great writer. I love her. I love Fantasia. I love
Mm. Fannie Mae.
Mary.
Okay.
There's so many that I can name that really, when you listen to them, um, you really want to tap in and be like, you know what, I got to get on my game. Um, yeah. So it's like I can name so many others.
Yeah.
Lettucey. I love Lettucey. I love,
Okay, yeah.
there's so many. Jill Scott. There's so many I can go on and on and on
Yeah,
and
no,
on and
for sure. Yeah, yeah.
about. But we have so many great artists that we can tap into, that we see, that we hear, that inspires us. That um, I've been listening to Anderson Pratt. He is like mind
Oh.
blowing, and
Mm.
I'm really just I was listening to him, but when you listen more and more and more, so it's so many different artists. But that's the great thing about us as a people, that we are so talented, that we've gone through so many different experiences, that we can tap into that, and we can put out great music, great messages. I can go to gospel. I mean, it's so many. Kiara Shears, PJ Morton,
Mm.
and so many people.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's so many people that are our people, that inspire me to want to be the best that I can be.
Fantastic. I felt you too right there, V. I felt that.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Yeah, man.
So I'm gonna throw you a curveball, right? I'm gonna throw
Okay.
you a curveball, V.
Okay.
So you've been here. You etched your name in stone right here. You black excellence, right? So I want you to tell me, because everyone knows about you. So this is the curveball. I want you, because you being chauffeured around right now. I see it. The pearly white's been smiling, so that's all good, right? So I want you to dig deep in that duffel, that purse, that Birkin you got sitting next to you, right? And I want you to tell me the one thing that no one else knows about V, that you could, even Ryan don't even know, right? I want you to dig deep in it and tell us, when we talk weekly, what's the one thing no one else knows about V that you letting us know today?
Ooh, one thing that nobody knows about me. Ah, I want to. Mm, you're making me emotional right now. I want people to always know that I am coming from a genuine place of thankfulness, of gratefulness, of the only thing I want to do is entertain, and you guys be able to feel me, understand me, and be able to rock with me.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Mm.
And with that said, right? That's wow. Let me give you a round of applause for that real quick. With, with that said, right? What would you tell a little brown girl, right? That's looking at you, watching this interview right now, and you inspired them. What would you tell them if they wanted to go down your path? What would you tell her?
Believe in yourself. Never ever question yourself. Always, you when you say a little girl, always listen to your parents, because if they love you, they're always going to guide you in the right direction. But more than anything, always tap into you. Don't try to be like nobody else. Always be who you are. Nobody else. Nobody else around you. Don't try to talk like them. Don't try to dress like them. Don't try to act like them. Tap into who you are as a person. And again, it starts with your parents. Because when your parents pour into you, you always can end up great if you just listen and and go into not just your parents, your teachers, because you're talking about a little brown girl. So your teachers, whatever it is, always, 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 always first believe in you. Don't let anybody else navigate who you are.
Wow, wow, fantastic, fantastic. That time went real fast. So listen, I would be remiss if I didn't, because y'all got fans. Let me put some of these. Ryan, they said big softies. You said I feel you, Ryan. They feel you over here, right? Eleanor said, and you're so inspirational for so many. So they're loving that right now. 1,000%. That's 10,000%. No, that's 100,000%. I got a couple zeros on that, right? And so I'd be remiss if we didn't ask to hear something. We gotta hear something. Come on, let me take myself off of here, but I'll let y'all decide. But we gotta hear something before we let y'all go.
I see
Well, we
that.
definitely want you guys to play our new single, which is called "About It," featuring Uncle Vinny of Naughty by Nature is on
Yes.
all streaming platforms right now. Please go download that. And we actually
Well,
got
Absolutely.
a
talk
new
talk
joint
about
right
that real
behind
quick.
Yeah,
us.
why don't we talk about that before we hear something? Why don't y'all tell everyone the latest projects that y'all have going on? Because we definitely want to hear that and how they can get in contact with you and all that good old stuff. Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. So we got a as I mentioned before, we got a new joint out produced by KG, and it's also featuring Vin Rock of Naughty by Nature. You can reach out to us on all streaming platforms, Coffee Brown Music everywhere. Our email as well. We got a project on the way. We got a new single on the way. We got some shows coming out. We are booked and blessed. Like we got some stuff going on. So please be on the lookout and keep in contact with us. We're on all social media platforms, Coffee Brown Music, all across the board.
And our new single is called About It. And it's
About it.
talking about the theme of it is talking about listen, if everybody on here is grown, right? Yes. So it's talking about us getting together and being together and all of those things.
We definitely talking our shit on there. We are definitely talking some grown folks topics, but it's still a great song. It's also empowering too, where we're telling the people like, yo, you gotta be about it. Be
Whatever it
about your
is.
business. Yeah, be
Absolutely.
about your business, about your fitness, about your kids, about
Whatever
yourself.
it
Like
is.
it's just really
Absolutely.
popping your shit. Yeah. I think I think his thing froze again. There he go. There he go. There
There you
he go.
go. There you go.
There you go.
All right, y'all gotta give us something. We gotta hear something before we let y'all. I mean, because I'm telling you, all y'all fans on right now gonna be cussing us out. You ain't even asked them. How come you ain't say nothing? Y'all just, we talk. This is what we do. We talk weekly, right? So y'all gotta give them something that they listening right now before we let y'all go. Give us something that we want to hear it.
All right, we're gonna just give y'all a little piece of after party, okay? I hope this works because we are both in two different places, so we don't know
I
how this
know,
is gonna
right?
sound, but we gonna try. Here we go.
Don't stop. You ain't gotta
You
stop.
ain't gotta stop.
Baby, do your
Don't
thing.
don't stop if the music drop. Rock with
Rock with
me.
me.
Get on top. You can take it off.
Was it gonna be?
Don't you want
Yeah.
the after party? We hope that was a good little, a good transitional. We've never done that before,
Yes.
actually.
Yes.
Yo, they
Thank
saying
you.
love it.
Thank
I
you.
mean, you got everybody coming up giving you applause. Y'all better sing. Y'all better sing.
Exactly.
Hey, yo,
Thank you,
listen.
y'all. Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
why don't you tell everyone like again the projects you coming out? Because I want everybody to make sure that they go out and see y'all and participate, all that good old stuff. The projects y'all coming. Come on, let them know one more again. One more again.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. We got a project on the way. We don't have a name yet. We don't have a name, but it's definitely a fire project on the way. And as we mentioned before, About It is out. The new joint is called Simple Things, which we
Simple
love
things.
so much.
Simple
Which we love.
things.
We cannot
It's
wait for
gonna
y'all to
knock
hear
y'all
that
upside
one.
the head. Simple things.
Man,
Yes.
it's really good. And we got some tour dates on the way. So it's a lot of big things. Make sure you guys keep up to date with us on social media. All the information will be there.
And y'all got to
Everything
make
is
sure,
coffee brown music across the
yes.
border. Coffee brown music.
And make sure y'all put Philly on them,
That's
those
right.
dates now. Don't
Absolutely.
leave us
We
out.
gotta come to Philly.
Absolutely.
Look, before I let y'all go, look, I gotta talk about this, man. So let's talk about some of y'all looks, man. Y'all look amazing. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a wardrobe
Come on,
stylist, so
let's
we
go.
gotta
Yeah,
talk about the
yeah,
threads.
yeah.
You know, Ryan already said I'm a fly guy. I'm a fly guy, so you
Yes.
already know. Let's talk about what we're looking at right here.
That's hot.
So what we're looking at
Listen.
right here is
You see
our
it.
recent
Only
photo
thing we
shoot.
say
Yeah.
is you see
Yeah, we killed this. This was
it.
actually our first shoot, and as you see, like as we mentioned before, it's just chemistry. We definitely balance each other out. It's just amazing to see. Like I didn't forget about these pictures, but as I see them right here, I'm like, wow, like we do look good. So yeah, I'm
Yes.
happy
Right,
about that.
exactly. I agree, Ryan. I agree.
She said, I'm sure you do agree, V. Hold on, I
That's
can't
hot.
get back. I can't get back to him. I got this picture. All right, y'all hear my voice. My thing went out real quick. So I just want to say, thank you for coming to the show. You know, one thing that we say to the show is once you come to the show, you're always welcome to come back because y'all become family at this point, right? And so
Thank
you're
you
Absolutely.
so much.
always a friend to the show. Yes, and it was an absolute pleasure to have y'all. One more again, one more again. How can they get in contact with you and your social media? Somebody said, I already follow them on where is that? I pulled it up. He said, I followed them already on Coffee Brown Music.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Right.
Whoever said they're following us, thank you so much.
Right.
She said, good as an understatement. He said, dope interview. Kim, I love Kim right there. Come to the show, Kim. That's my homie right there. And so why don't you let them know one more again, how can they get in contact with you, locate you, some of your tour dates, music, and especially when y'all coming to Philly. You already know how we get down in the paint. But yeah, go ahead, talk to him.
Absolutely. Yeah. We
Everything
definitely gonna
Coffee
be.
Brown music across the board on all social media.
Yes, and we will be in Philly very soon. We will be in Philly very soon.
Yes.
Very,
We will
very.
be in we will be in Kansas the top of November. So, for anybody on here who's in Kansas,
Absolutely.
definitely come and check us out there.
Get your
Once
tickets because we'll be there.
we will be there.
Yes.
Beast had Coffee Brown music across the board. And yeah, man, we are just ready to have some fun. We are ready to bring back the fun to the industry, like, and just be like
Absolutely.
a bunch of artists these days don't be out partying. Me and V, we
Yeah.
gonna party. We gonna dance with the people and have a good time. Yeah, like we wanna bring back the fun and the love to the art of music. So yeah, like we
Absolutely.
outside. We outside.
Fantastic. Shout out to Texas. They said Texas. That's a question. Y'all coming to Texas? They want to
Very
know.
soon.
Very
We're
soon. There you
coming.
Very
go.
We're coming. We're coming. We're coming. We're coming.
There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. Coffee Brown. We got V and Ryan in the building. They wanted to come down, spend some time with We Talk Weekly, and we are absolutely thankful and humbled that y'all came to We Talk Weekly, our show here. And so we always want to make sure that you guys stay consistent, and we wish you the best with all the things you're doing. And
Thank
V,
you.
you you again. Black excellence there. You continue to do what
Thank
you
you. I love
do.
you guys. Thank you so much.
Absolutely, and you always welcome to come back. So look,
Thank
they
you so
said,
much.
you better.
I am.
He said you better. No doubt. All right, y'all. That was Coffee Brown. We got V and Ryan in the house, but I don't want y'all to go anywhere because when we come back, you already know we got the sizzle, and the show is almost over. But that was an amazing interview. But we'll be right back after this, y'all. Holla.